And welcome back. Good morning. I'll tell you what, I am ready, Carlton. Are you ready?
Ready for you to cough up more than $2.
All right, 3.
And that's the best you can do.
Well, I'll tell you what. After the story we just heard, we're going to talk about that a little bit. But there is some exciting things that this gentleman here and his group is doing, and we're going to share a little bit of that with you. But all right, let's go back to the paintball thing. All right, how much does it cost per person or family to come out?
Well, we run a lot of specials. Okay, our birthday special is what we consider as a loss leader, because this is about the kids, getting the kids out, getting the kids something to do, getting them away from the TV, getting them some exercise. Birthday parties are $20 a player. Okay.
And what does that include?
And that's a mast, a gun like this,
Wow.
all day air, and 250 paintballs. Okay. After that, paintballs right now, we have field paintballs on sale at $35 a case. Walmart gets $39.95.
Well, there you go.
So we're trying to do it as economically for mom and dad as we can. And if we have a group of 15 or more, we furnish a drink and a cupcake.
I heard something about a hamburger too, or something.
Well, at different times, we do not have food service license. We do not sell food.
Okay.
Okay. But at different times, we'll run specials. If we have a group coming out later this month from Fort Rucker, they'll be out about 10 o'clock in the morning. They'll play to 8, 9 o'clock that night. By the way, we're one of the only paintball fields in the southeast that's lit. We put in lights to help overcome the heat. And I grew up in Andalusia. There was nothing to do in Andalusia for a young person when I grew up.
There you go.
There's still nothing to do in Andalusia for a young person. So,
But there is at Rose Hill.
there's at Rose Hill. Okay? If we can get a group to come out on any Friday night or any Saturday night, we'll be there up until midnight. Okay? We are a alcohol-free, tobacco-free facility. For our kids under the age of 19, they do require a parent's permission to play. And we do a lot of babysitting services. We'll have mom and dad come out with their son or daughter, and they'll spend a half a day on Saturday with us, and then they leave. Then they'll bring the kids back in following weekends because they see that they're very well protected. We have very good referees. Our referees are very conscious. We're very conscious about our players. Had a mother book the birthday party for this weekend, and she was worried about her 10-year-old son having a good time. And I told her our goal for her 10-year-old son is for this to be his best birthday that he's ever had, and to look forward to his 11th birthday being better than his 10th birthday.
There you go.
Because as kids get older, 11-year-old's too old for a pony in the backyard. You know, we do a lot. About 3 weeks ago, we had a birthday party for a 32-year-old. I've got a bachelor party on the books.
Wow.
You know, we do pretty much anything that anybody can come up with. We do team building, because it is definitely a team building sport.
Well, the thing is, it brings unity and it brings camaraderie, family together, and it gives something, like you said, the important thing. What can you do on a Friday night in Andalusia? All right, hang out on the square.
That's about it.
Yeah, go to Rose Hill, and,
Yeah.
and you can get out there and have fun. And now, let me ask you a question. You said 250 balls supplied when you do that. How many balls does it take usually to go through a session?
A gun, all the guns have the same size hopper basically on. A hopper holds 200 balls. Okay. 200 balls will get an average kid through a session. A better than average kid can get 3 sessions out of one. So it's all based on how many times you pull the trigger.
Or how many times you get shot.
Or how many times you get shot, how quick you get shot.
I'd have 200 in there from start to finish.
So it varies. We say birthday parties in most of our events, we say that they need to be on the field a minimum 4 hours. In 4 hours, a kid is going to shoot about 750 to 1,000 paintballs.
Okay, now how much or how many come in the case?
There's 2,000 in the case.
Oh,
So, what another special we have that's our sort of our long running special. We may end up having to change it because of paint going up, but we have the paintball gun, the air, the safety equipment, and 1,000 paintballs at $40 a player. Okay, that's enough to come out and play 4 to 5 to 6 hours,
wow.
based on what's going on. We have a lot of church groups that take advantage of that. We have a lot of church groups that come after church on Sunday. A lot of church groups that come out and play all day Saturday. We've got Southside Baptist Church from Opp coming out the Friday of spring break, and I think they're supposed to be there at 10 in the morning, and they'll play until they get finished.
Wow.
We don't really have a time limit.
Yeah.
Also, I was just going to say, you do have rental equipment there.
All of our equipment, we have enough to accommodate 100 rentals.
So somebody doesn't have to worry about.
They don't have to worry about having a
Go out there
thing.
and just get started.
Right.
Have a good time.
And actually, we have players that buy a lot of guns. We have a pro shop. We sell guns. But for the player that's going to play once or twice a month, it doesn't, to me as a parent, make a lot of sense to buy the equipment.
Right.
Because then you have to maintain it. You have to take care of it. This way, they come out, they pay $40, they get a gun, they get all the equipment they need. When they leave, they go home. When it wears out, it gets dirty, we have to clean it. We clean it.
Right. I know
So-
my sister's. I got a nephew, and well, two nephews really, and they keep telling my sister, we want paintball guns. We want paintball guns. And she doesn't want to take the the investment of getting all the gear and the paintball gun, and then find out they don't like it in the end.
Right.
So I'm going to bring them down there to you guys and let them gear up and run around and see how they do. See if it's something they want to stick with.
And like I say, at the paintball expo, there are paintball guns that go for $5,000 a piece. So you can start a paintball gun. I think we've got paintball guns starting about $70 up to, we don't have any $5,000 ones in stock, but I can surely get one if somebody wants one. So you can put as much into it as you can. Something that I know that is happening here, and we're part of the whole paintball issue. The welding supply places have started selling more bulk CO2. Okay, we play with high pressure now. All of our tanks are fed with high pressure, not CO2. It's a little bit on your gun, but we'll have a lot of people that come out and buy paintball guns and buy their own equipment after they've been into it, but their parents won't buy the tanks. Because you don't take the gun and put it in a gun cabinet, lock it up, or put it in a gun safe. You let the kids keep it. If you don't buy them a tank, they can't shoot it without a tank.
Right.
Okay?
Parental smart.
Yeah, Dr. Tillman told me 2 years ago that he has had 2 kids come in that have lost an eye, or 2 people come in that have lost an eye to paintball. And it's strictly by not wearing the safety equipment. If you wear the safety equipment, if you wear the goggles, and they're good quality goggles, and we inspect every one, every time
Now,
before
that's
the issue.
Lexian on that, isn't it?
It is, and if you bring your own equipment in, we have to inspect it before it's played with. A lot of times we'll find some in, they're real common, they'll crack right in the middle because they get put in the bag and they get bent the wrong way and they get cracked and scratched up. And if they don't meet our safety requirements, a kid can't play with it.
Now, you have replacement parts.
We have replacement parts for all the lenses, for all the goggles. But where kids are getting hurt, paintball guns are a gun. We teach gun safety with every time we issue the guns. Every player, every time they play on the field. If you play on Saturday and come back on Sunday, you still have to go through the same safety briefing. Okay? On the end of this gun, this is called a sleeve. Okay? It's a secondary safety device. It has a safety on it, but this is a secondary device. This is something that the referees can see from across the field, that can see that your gun is in a safe mode. All guns have to have the barrel sleeves on them before anybody takes their mask off. And if we've got 3 groups playing on the field, the referees get on the walkie-talkies and they all talk to each other, and that's all 3 groups have to have their barrel covers on. So it's just not on one field. We have an entry point where you make an actual Z to get out onto the field. Once you're past that point, Everybody has goggles on until everybody's in the safe mode. So,
Pretty neat stuff. I like the safety behind it too.
yeah.
A gun like this, now I'm sure this is not one of the low end models. This is probably
That gun in a kit is about $140.
is that all?
That's all. They're not that expensive.
And the tank,
The tank is another $40.
so under $200.
Under $200.
And then the gear.
The helmet is another $40. The helmets is a big part of it.
Right.
We don't sell the cheap helmets. We can get a cheaper helmet. The problem is you have a problem with fog on the cheaper
I
helmet.
saw that one has a lot of venting around
It has a lot of venting around it, and also, if you look on the inside, it has a real good rubber seal that seals back to your face.
There you go.
Okay, it's for comfort and try to help to keep it from fogging.
Yeah, because all we used to wear back in my day was just those eyeball goggles.
Yeah.
And
Well, I have a few players who can tell you paintballs don't taste good because they'll hit down here on the mouthpiece, and you get that little overspray into your mouth, and they don't taste real good.
I can tell you they don't taste
So.
good and they don't feel good on the nose either. Because I've had one do that and also get hit on the ear.
Get hit on the ear.
Ooh, buddy.
A big piece of safety equipment that we do have for sale, we don't furnish because of the cost of it, are gloves.
Yeah.
Gardener gloves, work gloves, something that fits your hands fairly tight. The worst place to get hit almost is your hands because your hands are tight, and when it hits, it usually actually skins a little bit.
Yep.
So we recommend a pair of work gloves. We have gloves, I think, that are about $3 if you don't come out with some that are pretty good quality to protect your hands.
Well, I'll tell you, Greg, this is fantastic stuff. We've talked about the paintball guns. We've talked about the equipment, what it costs. What are your hours over there?
On Saturday, we're 10:30 until the last paintball's fired. If we don't have players after 4:30, 5 o'clock, we lock up and go home. If we have players, there's a sign on the door with a phone number on it. They can call and we'll come back if somebody wants to play later. We do ask to open up for someone that we have at least 10 in the group. On Sunday, we're there from 1 until 9 of the last paintball's fired.
And you're located again where?
On Rose Hill Road.
All right. And to call you, to contact you, it's 465-9733.
That's correct.
Okay. And I had to add area code onto that from here. Is that?
It's a cell phone,
Okay.
so sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It's according to where you're dialing from.
All right. And you can have walk-ons, but you prefer to have people call.
If we have people that book, you can get to us through Facebook. Facebook's an excellent way to get up a group of people to come play.
Yep.
If you want to come play on Saturday, go on to our Facebook, friend us, we'll accept it, and then start talking about coming and playing, and you'll find that a lot of people will put on there. Not everybody does that. I don't do Facebook personally, so, just show up.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick commercial break, if you don't mind, Mr. Holt, and we're going to come back with more talking about some of the good things that come out of paintball.
Keep it real.
Keep God in it. God bless you. We'll be back with more.